Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And the sister says, I have performed Umrah, alhamdulillah. However, I forgot to cut my hair when completing it. And then I went on to perform another Umrah a few days later. And then I did cut my hair. Is the first Umrah valid? And does she need to do anything? So cutting the hair, trimming the hair, is how you complete that actual Umrah. So the fact that you did not cut your hair after the first Umrah means that you were still in the state of Ihram the whole time. Now, you did not perform two Umrahs. It may be that you performed one Umrah. And that is the first one, because you remained in Ihram. You done all those other rites again, but that doesn't count as a second Umrah, because you were still in Ihram for the first one. Now, inshallah ta'ala, the fact that you did cut your hair, maybe you says a couple of days later, inshallah that would validate your first Umrah. So you've completed that Umrah. There's a couple of things to mention here. If you need to look back now and think about, did you do anything between when you thought you completed the first Umrah and the beginning of the second Umrah? If you did anything, bearing in mind that you were still in the state of Ihram, did you do anything that was considered not permitted while in the state of Ihram? So for example, did you use perfumed shampoos and soaps? If you did, you need to make an expiation for that, and that is having a sheep slaughtered in Mecca, and that would be delivered, or rather distributed, to the poor people of Mecca. How do you go about doing that? There are, in the clock tower, there are many places that you can pay for an expiation for your Umrah. If, for example, you did anything else other than using perfume, another prohibited matter within the Ihram, you'd also have to pay an expiation for that. If you were there with your spouse and you had intimacy, full intimacy with your spouse, that would ruin, and the ruined Ihram that you were in, and that would invalidate the Umrah completely. Okay, that would invalidate the Umrah completely, the first one. Then the second one that you performed, that then may be valid. There's lots of course, different situations I'm trying to explain, but that's only because that's not been mentioned in the question. But if you had intimacy with your spouse, that would invalidate the first Umrah that you were in. And then after that, you perform the second Umrah. The second Umrah would be valid. If there's any further questions you have, of course, you can ask a person of knowledge if any of those things happened to get further clarification, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is best.